I just would like to start this presentation with something that I think is very relevant, that is the history about Amnesty International. It's going to be a short history. The thing is, Amnesty International is celebrating right now 50 years of existence. Happened when a British lawyer called Peter Benenson saw, just read the newspaper early in the morning in the underground, in the metro from London. I just saw the prison of two students in Portugal during the dictatorships of the dictator at that time. So he saw that that was unfair to be put in prison, two students just to be toasting and drinking and saying cheers for freedom. So that really was like a wake-up alarm for this lawyer, and he started to create awareness around his circle, around his network, and saying, why is this wrong? Why this thing is so wrong? Because just because someone thinks different than another person going to prison, that's not right. So start an initiative just to sign some letter and send to the Portuguese authorities to free those two students. And after so much pressure and so much letters to this Portuguese government, they just went free. So from that moment, just became a really important movement that just become global. The important thing is that sometimes we think that words have no meaning, or words just are just words, but no, words have power to change things, power to change life. For example, 50 years ago, no one, and I mean no one, going to prison for torture someone else because it wasn't the word torture into the law. That's why Amnesty International proposed that as a law proposal to the United Nations. And from 50 years ago till now, it's possible to prosecute someone from torture, but torture has been always in the history of humanity. Also, was created another concept that is really relevant, is exactly in our days, and this is the part I want to make even more emphasis, that even if we are in a free society like here in Denmark, and we can see that we have so many freedom of speech and we have so many rights, at some point, in some circumstance, not necessarily have to be all the time there, could be violated just because of a law. So for that matter, Amnesty International make the mention about the prisoners of conscience. Prisoners of conscience is all those people who are in prison just for the simple thing, for the simple fact of thinking different, for have a different color, for have a different race, for have a different belief, just for being different. In front of this injustice, Amnesty International started to campaign 50 years ago, as I said before, through letters, but in our present time, it's a way even more easier, more dynamic to make an impact in our present world and with all the injustice. Like it's through emails, through simply make noise for those that are not able to make any noise, to thinking about it, about humanity. Because sometimes we're thinking about humanity and we're thinking about so far away from here, something that never gonna touch me, etc., etc., etc. Well, maybe a human rights violation is happening just right now outside. For example, prostitution could be a result of a human trafficking, and that just affects us and just happening in the corner. The thing is that in Amnesty International, we don't want your money, we don't want any kind of loyalty, blind loyalty. The only thing that we want is that you sign to make a difference. Not for us, not for a sponsor organization, just thinking in the future of your kids, thinking in the future of yourself, thinking in the sustainability of the rights that we have right now, and we have to preserve and keep on fighting again and again and again, because it's an endless fight. Somebody say, I don't remember the name clearly right now, but somebody said that the evil in the world happened not because of the evil people, it's because of the good ones doing absolutely nothing to change the situation. So, we are located here in Amnesty International in Denmark, and I'm sorry that I was here. Yeah. Thank you very much.